another video. This is a what I eat in a day. I like to film these videos on days where I'm either experimenting with something or I'm batch cooking, and today I'm doing both of those things. I want to try and make myself a beetroot hummus. My hummuses have never come out all that well, but I'm hoping today will be the day that I actually make a good batch of it. And then for dinner tonight, I want to make a meatball stew, which I'm hoping to freeze a few portions of. So that is my plan for today. Lunch will probably just be a salad, which isn't so exciting, but I'll hopefully have that beetroot hummus there to perk it all up a bit. But first, breakfast. I've got a slightly withering avocado that needs to get used up. 1 egg, bread. I treated myself to some lemon curd by Bon Maman. I love this stuff, so that's my treat for today. And I've got a nice loaf from Sainsbury's, which needs slicing. You can get it sliced in-house, but there never seems to be anyone around to do it, so if I can't buy it pre-sliced, then I just do it myself. It's not that difficult, it just leaves a bit of a mess. Right, the thing about the egg, I'm going to do a poached egg, but I'm going to do it in the microwave. What I'm going to do is fill this up with water and then just drop the egg in there. Drop the egg in. And I put it in the microwave for 1 minute on the highest wattage that it goes to. Leave it to rest for a little bit and then do another 20 seconds, and I keep doing 20 seconds until it's cooked to how I think it should be. It's normally just another 20 seconds, but sometimes if they're bigger eggs it might take a little bit longer. And while that's doing that, I'm going to pop this in the toaster. So after 1 minute it looks like this. What I like to do is just flip it over and put it back in for another 20 seconds and then take a look. Hopefully it should be done by then. Right, so my toast is done. I'm going to scrape I've just scraped off the browning part of the avocado, and I'm going to use this as like my fat rather than using butter. So just scoop the avocado out. It's a nice soft one, so it's spreadable. And doesn't that look amazing? That vibrant green, delish. Time for my poached egg. Hopefully it will ooze out with some yolk. Oh, not all that oozy, but it is a nice cooked poached egg, so that's perfect. And that I'm going to save for my other slice of toast. Oh, I just need to make myself a cup of tea as well. I'm going to finish off with a bit of black pepper and a touch of salt. And I got myself some orange juice as well. And that is my breakfast ready to go. I'm gonna enjoy tucking into all of this. I bought myself a basil plant and it's got well and truly squished. I was rained on as well, running backwards and forwards from the car. Oh dear. I'm sure that'll put up again. I will repot it to hopefully revive it a bit. Oh, I love the smell of basil. So what have I got? I've got some beetroot, This should just be the liquid that it's been cooked in and not vinegar, but I'm not sure. Just some cupboard staples, some lentils, red and green, some mozzarella, an avocado, some tahini, chickpeas, and some chicken mincemeat, because I'm going to make meatballs, but I thought I'd make it with chicken mincemeat instead of beef, just for a bit of a difference. And I went to Tesco's today. And how much did that all cost me? Oh, and a bag of spinach. And some onions. So that little lot came to £16.79. So I have currently got a fish cake in the oven, cooking away. That's going to take about half an hour. I'm going to make my beetroot hummus, put together a bit of a salad as well to go with my fish cake, and I'm also going to make a start on the tomato sauce for the meatballs. So I'll put that meat in the fridge for now because I'll do that last. For the sauce, it's just going to be some onions, garlic, tomato, passata, a little bit of basil, salt, pepper, and I've got a beef bone that we bought from the butcher's the other day. So I'll throw that in to add some flavour, but also to hopefully take out some of the collagen out of that bone, and that'll be an extra bit of health. Let's get on with the beetroot hummus. I'm not going to go mad with this, because if I don't like it, I don't want loads of hummus, which I have done before, and it took me ages to get through it because I didn't like it. Beetroot. 2 beetroot. Okay, then a can of chickpeas. Tablespoon of tahini. Oh, that's a little bit over. I forgot to pick up fresh lemon, so I'm just going to add a little bit of this already juiced lemon juice, a good dash of that. Probably about half a teaspoon. And then olive oil. Okay, that is now blended. What it probably does prove is that I need to get a better blender and not one which is designed for smoothies. Right, it's taste test time. Okay. I certainly wouldn't have wanted to add water or liquid to that. Maybe a touch more salt, but it certainly doesn't need any sugar. Lovely, and we are done. It's not vibrant because I've used cooked beetroot. I think if it had been raw, it would have been that bright pink colour, but I don't know if that would have worked as well. Either way, I'm very pleased that I like it, and that's a healthy snack. I suppose once you figure out your ratios to how you like things, then you've got your blueprint, adding what you want with it. So next time I might do red pepper or sweet potato. I think the issue in the past is I've taken a recipe and they've suggested 3 tablespoons of tahini, and it was overpowering, it was too much. So just having the one is certainly enough. I like that a lot. Lovely, that is my hummus made. I can have my salad today. And then that's going to be for my sauce. Next point of call, I've got these little baby radishes from my partner's parents' garden. So I'm going to cut those up. Give those a wash first though. I'm gonna slice these up for my salad. Couldn't find my normal salad that I like, so I thought, well, spinach will do. A little bit of spinach, radishes, and I'm going to put in some of this purple cabbage as well. Just a case of waiting for my fish cake to cook. So while that is still cooking, I think I might make a start on the tomato sauce. Right, so I'm going to start off with 2 onions. I did mean to buy mushrooms to go in it as well, but completely forgot. But never mind. I often catch myself thinking, this isn't perfect. I need to go back in and cut this onion properly. And I have to stop myself because my therapist, many years ago I had some therapy, and one of the things that she said to me was that, what happens if it's not perfect? And I was like, well, nothing happens. It's just, I know it's not perfect. And she was like, well, then let go of that, because it's not going to make a difference to the taste. It's not going to make a difference to the appearance. Let that intrusive thought that everything must be perfect go. Whenever I think, oh my goodness, it's not perfect, I have to stop and think, so what? So what if it's not perfect? I'm human. I'm not perfect. Why do I expect me to create perfect things? And I was just having that thought cutting an onion, thinking, it's not small enough, I'm not getting it perfect. Doesn't matter. It can go in. Got my rustic passata sauce that can go in once the onions have softened a bit. I've got a little bit of basil that I'll throw in there as well. And like I said, I'm not using a stock cube, I'm going to use the beef bone. I suppose I could put that in now. Right, so I'm going to let those gently simmer, and hopefully my fish cake should be ready to eat. And there we have it. Lunchtime. It is 2:30, so I am feeling very hungry. I am ready for this. Got my salad and of course my salad cream, my favourite dressing for it. Just put a good squidge of that on there, and that's it done. Ready to tuck in. It's meant to be one that has a sauce. Ooh, very nice. It is absolutely blistering hot though, so I might have to give a bit of time to let it cool. Get a radish on there. Let me show you what the fish cake is. King prawn and lobster thermidor fish cake with melt in the middle, with a rich and succulent thermidor sauce centre. And they're by Sainsbury's Taste the Difference. They are lovely. I really, really like that. And the salad just complements it so nicely. Right, just had a good clean up behind me, so the kitchen is looking nice and tidy again. The tomato sauce is now bubbling away. I put some garlic paste in there, some salt, the tomatoes, and then it's got the onions and the beef bone. So as it is 2:45, I will probably start making the meatballs around 5:30, maybe even 6. It depends on when I'm getting hungry. I like to finish eating definitely before 7, but preferably before 6. So I'll probably start making them before 5 or 5:30. And then that way I can have an early dinner and then stop eating for the rest of the day. For a sweet treat, we do have chocolate cake. But for now, I am nice and full from that salad. It was very nice. I'll tell you what I did forget to put on was my hummus. Went to all the trouble of making it and then forgot to dob some on my plate. But that's fine. If I get peckish later on this afternoon, then I can have that with a little bit of bread or something. I imagine it'll be like the store-bought stuff where it lasts for about 3 days. Right, oh, that was just lightning. We've also got a power cut. I can see everyone standing outside their offices and shops. Oh, that's the power coming back on. Nice. So I thought while this storm was going on, I would make the meatballs. It is coming up to 5. I'll have to reset all the clocks. Fun. But yes, let me make the meatballs because I've got a feeling this electricity will probably turn off again. I'm so glad I charged all of my devices before we lost power. It is back on. I was about to say no, it's not. It is. It is back on. Now the sun is coming out. Gotta love this weather. Right, I've just chopped up a little bit of stale baguette that I had left over from yesterday. I'll try and get that in the bowl. I don't have any gloves, so I'm going to use a wooden spoon. And I'm also going to add some salt. Some garlic granules. And some black pepper. And I'm going to bring that all together with a little bit of basil as well from my new basil plant. Right, mix that all in. I'm going to add an egg into this as well, just to bind it all a bit more, and also to break down some of that bread, just get some moisture in there. Once that is nicely combined, I'm now going to roll it out. So roll up the sleeves and just pinch at the mixture. There we go. The bread is quite a bit bigger than what I would normally like, but this isn't about being perfect. This is about a home-cooked meal. I'm not going to cook them straight away either. I will let them rest in the fridge for a bit. I just thought while this storm was going on, I might as well do something with my time, especially as the power was out. I couldn't watch the TV. I could read, mind you. That's not what I was doing, I was watching TV. Right, meatballs done. Hands need a good wash. Lovely, so my meatballs are now done. They're going to firm up in the fridge. I'm going to disinfect this table just because there's been raw chicken being prepared on here, and this is where we eat, so that's quite dangerous. So I'm going to disinfect this table and these mats, and then I can fry up these maybe in half an hour or so. So I'll be back in a bit to cook the meatballs. Right, storm has now passed, power is back on, and I'm in the final throes of cooking. So I'm going to put that on a high heat, put a bit of oil in the pan, get that nice and hot, and then cook off my meatballs. I'm then going to transfer the sauce into the main pan and then cook up some pasta in that pan. So. Just going to get them so they've got a slight crust on both sides, and then I'm going to put a lid on and pretty much let them steam cook so they get cooked all the way through, and then I'll add the sauce. So I'll show you that in a bit. that is my dinner made. I've made some for my partner, got a drink, and I'm ready to tuck in.